away from the 102nd running of the Indy 500, and you don't have to be a race fan to recognize the name Andretti. 5 members of the Andretti family have raced in the Indy 500, but only one has brought home a win. Are they cursed? Well, I went straight to the source for that answer. But first, we've got to start from the beginning with a little boy named Mario and his twin brother Aldo falling in love with racing inside an Italian movie theater.
I used to go to movies, and then they would have newsreels in between intermission, the movie houses, and but they would have newsreels of sports and so forth.
Those reels were what captured Mario Andretti's imagination and sparked a lifelong passion for motor racing. His story personifies the American dream. After fleeing their hometown of Montona, Italy, which had fallen under communist rule after World War II, Mario and his family eventually immigrated to Nazareth, Pennsylvania in 1955. His father only had $125 to his name. Flash forward to today, and Mario Andretti is often referred to as the greatest race car driver of all time. But there's just something about Indy that keeps he and his family coming back for more.
When you come up underneath the tunnel and you see the museum there, I mean, there's something still sends chills down your spine, you know. It's just a sacred ground for us race car drivers.
Mario's son Michael got his start in go-karts at age 9 and grew up to be statistically one of the most successful drivers in the history of American open-wheel racing, and a successful team owner, claiming 3 out of 4 of the last Indy 500 wins. Those are some tough shoes to fill. That's something his son Marco quickly found out as a child just starting out in racing. And right off the bat, Michael could tell his son wasn't having any fun.
I told him that, you know, you don't need to be doing this. So it's almost like he was relieved, and he took a few months off. And then he came back to me and he says, you know, I really want to do it. And I said, well, you got to make me 2 promises. Number 1, you're doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for who you are and for me or my dad, and also, 2, you gotta have fun.
When Marco came to Indy as a rookie in 2006, the 19-year-old came out swinging.
4 car lengths behind his dad, Michael Andretti.
Fans held their breath as he and his dad sat 1-2 with 3 laps to go.
Hornish closing one more time.
Until heartbreak brought Sam Hornish the win in what was, at the time, the 2nd closest finish in race history.
At the stripe, it's Hornish!
I got really criticized for this. I was super angry when I finished 2nd because I knew these don't grow on trees, these opportunities. And here we are, my 13th try and a bunch of podiums, but no win. So the 3 of us, I think, have been so dominant at this place. We just need to lead the right lap. We just need a normal Sunday to go right.
11 laps to go.
But a normal Sunday on Memorial Day weekend hasn't gone right for any of the Andretti family, at least since 1969 when Mario took home the family's only win.
The man who has dominated this
Which brought us to the question that the Andrettis dread.
Now Mears goes to the outside.
Is the so-called Andretti curse real? Well, it depends on who you ask.
I have no idea. I mean, there's been something for some reason why we haven't been able to win. It's definitely in our minds. All you can do is can't wait till the next race to have a shot to shut everybody up and, you know, get rid of whatever that is.
Oh, and another car, and that's Mario.
I don't want to hear about a curse because that was invented by venerable Tom Carnegie, you know. But that's for the spectators, you know, something, you know. But there's no curse, believe me. I think it's a blessing, actually.
But what if this is the year that Marco can finally put another Andretti on the side of that Borg Warner trophy?
It would be one of my greatest days in racing, you know, and that includes all my own wins, you know. If he were to win, it'd be unbelievable.
If he wins, I'll do a snow angel right there on pit row, right on the grease.
I love that. And one of my favorite stories actually circulated years ago about Marco being pulled over by a Speedway police officer for speeding, naturally, then being asked, "Who do you think you are, Mario Andretti?" Well, I wanted to know once and for all if it really happened or if that was more of an Indy urban legend. And I got the answer, and you'll find that on today's Web Extra. You can check that out on our website. But tomorrow, my final story for our Legends series with the family who has won 9 Indy 500s.
I thought, wow, that's not the place for me. I'm a small town country boy. I'm doing okay. I do good in Arizona. I do good in California. I do a lot of good every place I go.